Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today's flight in the Airbus A320neo in easyJet colours on a flight from here in Milan Linate to Barcelona El Pratt. About an hour and a half flight time today. Joined by a guest in the chat, so Fabio, if he's in the chat, he is the developer and creator of FlightControlReplay. So any questions about the replay tool that I use in my streams, feel free to ask him, and he'll be happy to pop on by and answer any questions about that. So, jump to the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our departure today in about 25 minutes. Should be a good flight so far. Got some good ATC coverage on the way out today. Hopefully that should last for the duration of our flights. So don't chat today. Very quiet from you guys this morning, I must admit. Then again, it's Sunday morning, so I don't blame you. Yeah, so we should have some decent ATC coverage on the way out today. Expecting some good traffic on arrival as well, quite busy at Barcelona, and hopefully it should work out quite nicely for me. Just going into the chat, there we go. Right, so battery active, autopilot active. Going to turn on no smoking sign, on the emergency lights, service automatic, cruise flight active, and that should be the overhead panel done. Fuel pumps will do when the aircraft starts up. Pop over to the tablet. Put our flights from SimBrief down to the FMS and start heading up down there from here. So, initialization, we're departing from Lima India Mike Charlie to Lima Echo Bravo Lima. We will line the RS after a couple of minutes. Flight number today is U22761. And our cost index. Yeah, my voice is a little bit off today, and I must admit, voice is a little bit off today. Alright, flight plan. So cost index of 5, cruising altitude of flight level initially 290. 5290. 0 for gravity. We will do that in a short second. First of all, let's do our weather request and weight and balance. So, request it from SimBrief. Start the boarding, and we will do a weather request. Send. We'll work for that. We will working out to on the eCam there. Any second now. Perfect. Company message received, view and print. So when we do our weather request and performance setup, we'll have that waiting for our left hand side. Right, so center gravity and zero fuel weight are 0 fuel weight is 61.7. Center gravity 21.9. Blood fuel today is 5.7. And onto the tablet, we'll load a fuel amount of 5624. We'll round that to 5700. That's about 3 minutes to fuel. Passengers boarding, that's fine. Packs will do packs as well, if we forget. So, import from SimBrief, so Milan to Barcelona, 2761, 29,000 initial cruise, 1 hour 15 on the clock, departure in approximately 21 minutes, 320neo with a passenger count of 167. So, mostly for aircraft today. No Wi-Fi, no entertainment, no body music. We have got a safe briefing for easyJets. We do get snacks, don't get meal service, and passengers start boarding. So that's an hour and 15 minutes of flight time today at Drawyah, an hour 15 minutes. I haven't used Rex weather systems, not so keen on it, I must admit. The default Microsoft Flight Sim weather does look a lot nicer when it works properly. Right, let's plug in our routing, shall we? So, first waypoint is going to be Nedded. Nedded, we fly the Mike 984 to Vanuatu. And then we fly the Uniform Mike 984 to Divco, Uniform November 975 to Bisbut, and that is the end of our flight plan. So insert that, we're good to go. Right, so aircraft fueling, passengers are boarding, RS will be landing in 4 minutes. We greet the passengers and then get going from there. Good morning, welcome aboard this easyJet flight 2761 from Milan Malpensa to Barcelona El Pratt. Flight time today, an hour and 15 minutes. We welcome aboard our flight. Clear skies on both sides, so it's a nice and smooth flight on our way out and all the way into Barcelona too. Any questions, feel free to speak to your cam crew. Otherwise, if you sit back, relax, and enjoy flight with us today. Right message sends. Just not the brightness for our displays. Cool, so that's all set. Aircraft routing set. Our departure. So let's investigate this and get our departure sorted out.
Winds variable at 2 knots. Row 24. Temperature 9 degrees Celsius. Dew point unknown. Visibility 10 kilometers. Winds variable at 2 knots. Row 24. Temperature 9 degrees Celsius. Dew point unknown.
Okay, well, ATC have just disconnected of, and I'll say that's very annoying. Okay, well, it's the Unicom departure then, they've just disconnected. Rest route exists, so you have got ATC out at Marseille, through to Bordeaux and into Spain. Just past an approach active, but it's annoying, they've just disconnected from Milan Malpensa. It happens, what can you say? Right, so in terms of what I'm so departure, I'm expecting runway 35 right on a netted 5 India departure. 35 right, netted 1 India. Don't appear to exist. Interesting. Let's have the old charts, shall we? Hang on. Event is even also waypoint an airway, or sort of star. So actually apparently doesn't exist either. Right, so let's just sit then for departure. So I'm heading to the south. So the runway 35 side. I mean, if puck works, that takes us to the south east. So our first focus is netted, and presuming there's no netted, well, it's potentially, what's this?
Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location to carry on items,
Okay, either a Largen or an Alstar can do for me. There's no Alstar, do you have a Largen? No, you've got to tell. So got, okay, not a great session to sit today. Potentially, if I can't find anything that matches, we'll have to depart straight out. In fact, what we'll do, we'll plug it in manually, make this Largen departure. So, Balearic to Tonda to netted. So, insert that.
But we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stored once you depart from the gate.
From 2224, we then go to Balearic. Then Tharac, we then fly to Tonda. So can't find the SID, we should do it ourselves. And then clear discontinuity, back onto our flight plan. We should match up quite nicely, so yeah, left hand turn, Tharac, Tonda, and then continue flight plan to the southwest, perfect. So that's all set. We will set up our Unicon for departure as well, so runway 35 right. We are at stand number. Stand 103. Then taxi to runway, we'll be using Quebec onto right. So Quebec. Onto Charlie. Holding Charlie Hotel 1. So Quebec, onto Charlie, Charlie Hotel 1. The SIDS, that is a... I've lost our SID now. Boy, what have I done, Drawyah? Where is it? It's not Dogard, not that, not a Telva. It was a Tharac, was it? No. Oh, come on. It was a Tharac. Yeah, okay. Tharac 5 Quebec. Cool, that's fine. So, that's our Unicon set. Start the APU now, since the aircraft has fueled up. So, the seatbelt sign act was on. APU starts. Ready for now. Further departure, head over to performance, and now this is our performance departure. So that'll be on the old TCP. TPC even. Right, so aircraft type is an A320. Runway at Milan. Uh, 3920. Airport elevation. So 305 meters, given that we are not too far from the coast. So it's 1,000 feet.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour. And
wind component will be a headwind of
closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your work devices are now
2
shut down and
knots.
stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs
As a
are
lesson,
full
are currently
upright
at
lines
9 degrees centigrade.
Cabin crew secure doors for
QNH of 1024. Takeoff weight, work for our flight plan. Flaps 1. No anti-ice, dry conditions. So our flex is 61, V1 154, rotate 154, V2 155. So 161, 154, then I'm replacing I. 154 and 155. So 61. Flaps 1, transition altitude for Italy is going to be 6,000 feet. And that is our aircraft set up. Cool, we are good to go. Hatch aboard now in pre-flights. APU bleed active. Turn off the external power. And beacon lights on to let ground crew, and we are ready for engine startup. So you fly your easy Europe 14H Bravo, very nice. That's it. Dogo 5 Tango, thank you very much. Let me just double check that, change that on my departure plan outs. There, that's made more sense. Cool, right, so Set altitude 6,000 feet.
6,000.
I use IVAO, ET Gaming, IVAO. All mods used in description below. Right, altitude set 6,000 feet initial climb. Close that, let's minimise that. Just one check to see if ATC have returned, which they've not. Right, so now it's that we're pushing back from stand. And let us call the pushback tug. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request.
I was GMVR above your home as it flies on. Very nice. we'll give you a shout as you fly by. So yeah, once again, if you guys have any questions about FlightControlReplay, which is the old replay tool we use in Flight Sim, this one here, give us a shout, and Fabio will be more than happy to answer any questions you've got about the tool. So how it works, what it does, any features about AI, any features about the recording and the smoothing AI feedback. So it's a good little tool, this. I really do enjoy using it. So any questions at all, feel free to ask him, and he'll be more than happy to answer. Get the tug push into position. Ground from flight deck. Too early. Ground from flight deck.
Ground here. Yes, everything is ready down here, so release brakes.
Brakes released.
Okay, pushback begins.
Can we manage to find any scenery for Milan? We have got LatinVFR Barcelona on arrival. Departure, but you can find too much.
You are cleared to start the engines now.
We now ask for your attention while
Engine
we
2 starts.
procedures of this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the oxygen
Turn
masks
facing
and
south.
brace position that you
Sure,
must adopt
let me
if you
turn you to a southern
brace,
course.
Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Stop the pushback.
Mask over your nose
Yes,
and mouth.
tell when the parking brakes
Hold
are
in
set.
place with the
Brakes
strap.
set.
Pull on
Okay,
each side to
sir,
adjust.
pins removed.
Put on your
I'm
own
done.
mask before
Wish you a
helping
nice
others.
flight.
Cool, pushback complete. Engine 2 should have a comment stable.
Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together.
Engine 1
Pull the
starts.
strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside
Test
the
controls.
When outside, inflate by
While it does that, initiate active, set the transponder, send and receive. 2000 will be the non-ATC IFR, and that should be that. Terrain and weather still in up. It's a shame because it works on default 320, but I'm sure FlyByWire sort something up there to leave for the functionality of that. Sets 10234 sets. Controls are looking good. Thank you very much, co-pilots. Flaps position 1.
Flaps to 1.
Line the RS loader comes with FlyByWire. If you're using if you're using any version of FlyByWire's A32NX loader, then the RS alignment should work. Right, so just waiting for engine 1 to come stable. You're available, perfect. We'll turn off the APU, turn off the engine ignition, and that should be that. So now it's on Unicon, they're taxiing over to runway 35. Park brake released. Let's taxi. Welcome, Willie Can. How you doing? Welcome back, man. Welcome to a new year. How are you, dude? So there are some traffic around. We're at the Terminal 2 at the moment, the North Terminal here at Milan. Over there's the more international terminal. You see there's an aircraft just currently at stand. Since it's a Shenzhen into EU flight, yep, thank you, scientist. As an into EU flight, we're going to stick to the odd Shenzhen terminal. I'm going to right onto Charlie there, but as you can see the taxi over that. So we'll carry on, we'll make a turn on Echo. Just going to go back on ourselves a slight bit, not too much. Echo, make a left, and then just continue down from there. Alternatively, we could backtrack in time for the runway if we really wanted to. No, we're not that kind of guy. Right, so make a right. Got to remember the A320neo, power out of its engines, does allow it to coast quite fast with no throttle input at all. So this is currently throttle 0, and the aircraft is rolling away at some speed. There you go, 50 knots ground speed. Like a left now, and that should, in theory, take us right down the end of the runway. Right, so these jets are also currently at the airport active. So I'm just watching their position over there. There should be no conflicts between us, but just keep an eye on them, make sure they do, potentially in this case, slot in front of us. I'm not sure about your flyby installation being slow. RIS, I must admit, not something I'm aware of. Yes, I will fly the A380 when it releases RIS. Not out yet, when it does release, we'll have a flight. Spray set to max. Signs are active. Cabin check. Going to activate spoilers, alarm spoilers. Flaps and take off in position. That's the one. And then take off config test. Cool. Take off config normal. We are good to go. I'm alright, Vidal, I'm alright today, so far so good. Off to work again this evening, but for now we are golden. You'd hope the A380 has been nav pilot. It does make a big feature of the aeroplane when it comes to approaching. Look for more of your virtual versus real flights this year. Hopefully in time down. That's the hope, Willie. Fingers crossed, I can make my first international trip in about a year and a half now. It's been too long since I've gone to see family out in Poland. I do need to make a return there very soon. Right, it looks like the EasyJet is holding position. Yeah, so there you go. Cross the road left, give way to company traffic. So yeah, they are in position. Thank you very much, Superfly. Much appreciated. Just taking off shortly, Thomas. Taking off in approximately minutes. There you go. 1 minute and 5 seconds to expect departure. And we are currently on time, so it should be about 1 minute and 5 to departure. Let me just flash my headlights to the pilot, say thank you. That unwritten rule of road driving. It's not on the highway code, you're not supposed to flash your drivers to say thank you, but everyone does it. Not sure about the release of the new wing model yet, pilots. There's no information yet on when that comes out, just that it is being worked on, and there is a preview of it in the old FlyByWire scenery. Unfortunately, I do not have a release date for you. Right, so we're now approaching the runway hold short points. There's no inbound traffic inactive, so we will announce that we are taking off. Transponder mode active, landing lights set. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Yes, Annie, stop spamming me. You can leave comments, yes. Stop copying and pasting. Next time I'm just going to mute you forever. Right. Chrono starts. Takeoff. Manflex 61. SRS runway. Auto thrust blue. Thrust sets. 80 knots, 100 knots, 20, 140, rotates. To right, gear up. Just on the right hand side, we should see the city of Milan. There we go. Why is it on so high? Well, it may come down to the airport in Milan. It's not a high altitude airport as such, but given that we are close proximity to the Alps, plus we have the long runway here at Milan, it's more just extra insurance for the center climb. There we go. Just extra insurance. Autopilot's on, in case things do need to extend a bit. Yes, this is default scenery. Unfortunately, there's no scenery for Milan. There was one, but then it got removed because it was really, really poor. But yes, there used to be a payware that existed once upon a time. Well, morning FSX Simmer, morning Avgeek. I have done Geneva in Flight Sim. It's definitely a good approach to that. Definitely do it again soon. Some scenery out there. Definitely stunning. Flaps up.
Retract flaps.
Reset the ground spoilers. Yeah, passing the right hand side, you should enjoy some pretty good view of the mountains. Departure. Watching easy at your stream, if we can dispatch some later. Very nice. Right. Set altitude, flights level 290. Set altitude, flights level 290.
Flight level 290.
Yeah, well, fair play. I like EasyJet as an airline. Not quite Ryanair, I'm afraid. It's not as cheap as Ryanair, but for domestic UK flights, they are a really good option for me. I do make several flights up to Inverness from Luton and Gatwick. I don't have Google Maps mod FX Simmer. I personally am not a fan of it. Yes, they're higher detailed maps, but from high altitude, Google don't colour correct their maps. With Bing, Azure and Microsoft, they colour correct their maps, so every satellite image taken, they adjust it to match every single image around it. With Google, they take it and import the raw data straight into their maps. So as a result, you do get a high resolution image, but it looks like a checkerboard where it's different colours every few hundred metres, and for me it doesn't look quite as nice. Also, from high altitude, you don't really need a high resolution image anyway, because it does the job anyway, just as you climb. Crossing through 10,000 feet very shortly. So we just passed it, so landing lights, tracks. Still got a few turns left to go before we exit the SID, so as you approach Tonda, you see that sign. For the most part, it's a pretty straightforward departure today. And the thing with colour correcting images risks, also just editing images in general, plus the actual scale of actually having to render all this satellite imagery, you do lose the resolution of results. Not a terrible loss, but there is a slight lottiness that you do get with the whole editing process. It depends on kind of how the AI does it. It really depends on how the AI actually renders the images and then stores them too. Because again, data stored in the cloud, but there has to be a server somewhere that manages all the images, and that needs to be gigaflops in size. A few screenshots to suck onto Volanta. We do the cropping for that. Crossing through 14,000 feet. Seatbelt sign comes off. Last time I flew to Italy, I think it actually was in January of 2021. Italy was one of the last places I flew to before the COVID lockdowns all started. I started off in Venice, flew down to Catania, and from Catania up to Milan through Linate. Yeah, so I've done a couple of trips in Italy just before the COVID all happened. Don't have a commercial license, John Clem, I'm afraid. Just a hobbyist. Nothing too fancy on my part. Flew quite a few rounds to Barcelona today, very nice. Yes, Pilot Gamer, I do remember you from the Lufthansa stream. How are you doing? Welcome back. So far, so good. So let's go through our passenger list. Let's see who's on board the aircraft today. So, any names we recognise, give us a shout, and we'll have their stats. I don't think we can get too much in the way of passenger names out in Italy. For me, maybe either a sports star or a musician. No, I don't think we'll get anyone on board today. No, not today. Not from me. If anyone sees anyone, give us a shout. I'm gonna have their stats. Otherwise, yeah, let's go to our climb out, shall we? In terms of ATC, let's grab the old map for that. So we need to log in. Right. Pardon me, sorry. Yeah, so we are. They've not left much separation between us and easyJet. Of course, problemator of ATC. Well, they'll be told to slow down pretty much. So you've got the entirety of Marseille Control we're talking to along the Balearic coast. Onto Unicom for a little bit, start descent, and into Barcelona approach. You currently have an inbound total of 9. So it's getting quite busy at Barcelona at the moment. Should get busier as they progresses. So we're due in at 12:29 Zulu. Yeah, they left 4 minutes between us. Not impossible, maybe a bit tight. Then there's aircraft coming in from Milan. There's a third one, sorry. There's 3 easyJets coming in from Milan today. Very good. We've got my aircraft, 2761. We've got an inbound. So easyJet Europe 1569 and then 14 Hotel Bravo coming in. I had a look for an easyJet Europe call sign, but I couldn't find one. I could only find call signs for easyJet UK on this trip, so I've stuck with an easy call sign rather than EJU. Had a look, couldn't find one. On our right hand side, we'll soon be able to see the city of Turin. Flew down to Turin, then back to in real life this week. Turin's small city. Yeah, very nice. Again, Turin's definitely a city I want to make a visit to at some point. Just need to find an excuse to go there, basically. But it's definitely on the list. Definitely on the list. I just explained that, Marco, like 10 seconds ago. Pay attention. Yes, I used the experimental version of FlyByWire A320neo. Comes with a much fancier TCAS setup. If an aircraft was flying to us, the aircraft would take evasive action and avoid them, which is very good, very handy. We actually made use of that during the Robin Navy fly-in. Flying down to Helsinki on the second leg, all of a sudden, traffic, and now an aircraft starts descending. Very, very good for FlyByWire. Their aircraft, it's fantastic. I'm not too bad, pilots. I ain't too bad. This is live weather AvGeek. We are making use of live weather today. Nice and clear down in South Europe today. Oh, the Egyptian Museum does it. Ooh, very nice. I'll add that to the list. On my Google Maps, I just got hundreds. Hang on, how many markers do I have? Somewhere I can check the save number. I've got 53 places just pinned on my map. The place I want to go and see and do in the future. Turin Egyptian Museum. Museo Egizio. Okay, I'll add that to the list. Also, we have got ATC contacts. Let us have a look. Right, contacts. Who's this? Sorry. Milano radar. Ah, okay, yeah, Milan radar 135455. Alright, someone's going to talk on top of us.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Milan radar. This is EZ2761 climbing through flight level 270290 inbound. Netted.
2761 Milano, ciao, set squawk 6174.
Set squawk 6174 for EZ2761.
Milano, buongiorno, Ryanair 1 November Mike, with you. Tracking direct to Kukev.
Do I fly Concorde next to 11? Not next to 11, no. I will fly the DC Designs Concorde when it releases on Flight Sim.
Squawk 2434, Ryanair 1 November Mike.
Sunday's lazy feeding day. Absolutely, pilots. Absolutely. Just that climb I will do later on, pilots. This I do need to. Central climb is 29, and down to up to then 35. So we will need to step up later on. Nope, no plan to switch to Google Maps scenery, Braden. Proceed to exit the van to level 290 for EZ2761. Okay, right. Address to Van 2, that's fine. We're doing that. Set altitude, flight. Set altitude, flight level 390. Yes, before I get the co-pilot to confirm that, get co-pilot to. So just confirming, easy 2761, level 29er or 390? 290, that's what I thought. Not the way I said that, 290, oh. God, am I that stupid? There you go, that's fine. It's 290, 2 hour cruise.
1 November Mike, and I'm level 400.
Yeah, the most, so car museum, very important, the Fiat FCA Museum. That's this as well, very nice.
Milano 13 Yankee Zulu, proceed south, position 5000, KNH 10, 23, expect LS 236. That's the start of LS 236 now, Milano 1 Yankee Zulu 7000.
Milan radar, good evening, Alpine 156 Mima, passing 253, flight level 290.
Oh, is it? I presume it's the Museo Nacional del Automobile. I mean, that's this well, that was pretty good. Oh, look, especially the 4F1s in there as well. Very nice.
Mike Foxtrot, inbound Oscar, climb plate level 120. Hello, buongiorno. To Mike Fox, radar contact, level 260. Renero to Mike Fox, descend extraction, time flight level 260. Climb to flight level 260, right here to Mike Fox Foot. Roll 1402 on diesel. Climb flight level 140, right here to Mike Fox Foot. To Mike Fox, climb flight level 260. Climb flight level 260, Ryanair 2 Mike Foxtrot, thank you. To Alpha Papa 957, Milano, procedi per Voghera.
Right, so at 29, cruise altitude for a few more minutes. So yeah, we get to Van 2 waypoint. That's what I'm expecting. Climb to 35 later on. A little bit of turbulence there. Doing a job to get aircraft flying level. That mountain down below doesn't get up thrust for us. For the most part, should be alright. Cruise. So the ATC does that automatically for you at D700s. If you go to settings, you can enable audio VHF effects on IVAO, which creates that ATC effects. Comes with the IVAO, it's a very handy little thing. If you don't want it, if you want to just have the native voice on its own, there you go, that's no more VHF effects, that's just standard voice coming through. There's no effects, makes it easy to understand. So if you're not too keen on flight sim or not too handy on IVAO yet, turn it off, give it a listen. But if you want to go all in with the realistic voice, yeah, also a little bit louder VHF as well, but it is handy.
Climb flight level 300 to Mike Foxtrot.
Oh, you can hear the engines in his aircraft.
Papa 957 Milano. Devo fare Papa presente con voi Milano. Procedi per Voghera. Per Voghera, devo fare Papa 957.
Yeah, so Fly Fabio, he is Italian, Marco, yes.
Ci provo, se no posso andare per Saronno? Caso procedi come da piano.
Are you from Genoa? Oh, okay. Should have settled on the Genoa departures today.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo.
Maybe next time do the Genoa, doing the old ITA.
14 Bravo, you are going southbound, maintain 310.
Maintain 310, Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo.
Alpine 1569, I proceed to VAM2.
Thank you, Director. VAM2 scan Alpine 1569.
Again, Italy's another country that gets very active on the old IVAO Geek. So yeah, it's actually not quite a busy moment, but later on when the day gets a bit older, should not get a bit busier. I mean, again, Spain as well, another country that gets really busy on the old IVAO. Barcelona, even now, should.
2761, contact master control on 126.155 right.
Contact Marseille on 126.155 for EZ2761. Thank you very much. Take care. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Jeez.
Alpine 14 Bravo, master control
126.155.
bye bye.
Decimal 155.
Donc c'est la direction de Nantes et on est en direction de Maison Whisky. Totem 4, identifié.
I'm trying to see that sign just to get us over the updrafts there.
Totem 4, rappelé, passant.
VoiceAttack. I mean, the only one I can really think of is the FS2 crew, Diego. That's about it.
On rappelle Maison Whisky, Totem 4. Et Totem 4, quelle sera votre altitude de transition? Totem 4, on était au calage 1013 pour le niveau de vol 195, c'est possible. Totem 4, niveau 195.
The 8 seats clears Air France aircraft first. Good evening, Marseille Control. This is EZ2761 at flight level 290 inbound colon.
Oscar Romeo Yankee Echo, descendez niveau 80.
I think we've got blocks there.
Yeah, Romeo Yankee Echo, descent at 80. Squadron 80, thank you, Oscar Romeo Yankee.
Hello.
2761.
Okay, I'm very sure we just.
2761.
EZ2761, hello there. At level 290 inbound colon.
The 2761 radar identified. Are you able to climb for the 350?
AFM EZ2761 climb level 350.
In the 2761 climb and maintain level 350, direct NID.
Climb maintain flight level 350 and fly direct to Nildu.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo.
Direct to Nildu.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, hello.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, good day, radar ident.
Set altitude flight level 350.
Flight level 350.
And
Let's climb, shall we?
350.
And as for approach, 25 right to check the 8 at Barcelona.
Hotel Bravo, climb level 350, direct NID.
Arrival almost 25 right, perfect. So 25 right on the Bisbee 1 Whiskey.
Easy 2761, say max speed.
Mach decimal 76 for EZ2761.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, say max speed.
Right, 25 rights.
2Jet 788, requesting out of course for 5 minutes. Again, don't
speed.
touch the frequency. Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, say max speed.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, we are at Mach 0.80.
Sir, Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, reduce for the moment Mach 75.
Yeah, so what the AT is doing there is because they've realised that the aircraft behind us is now very close to us, they've just told them to slow down to create spacing between us.
Bonsoir, Coton 4, rappelez passant Loncy. On rappelle passant Loncy, Coton 4. Allez, pas ensemble, on est en uniforme, on se positionne avec le fly.
4 is monitoring unit contact for controlling runway.
EasyJet say 788, what is your request?
2Jet 788,
Yes,
closing
there they are.
for 5 minutes.
See the lights,
Oh, sure.
not quite the model
No worries,
visible, but the
15
lights
minutes.
are definitely visible over there. It's a little bit on the bumpy side, but we will turn off stupid sign very shortly as soon as we clear the rest of the Alps. On the left hand side, don't really get much of a view of the mountain, I'm afraid, just get a view of the coast. Again, to be fair, it is very pretty fact. Is that Monaco down below? Not Monaco, Nice. I'm very sure that's Nice down actually. Confirm that. That's Cannes, sorry, that's not Nice, that's Cannes.
Yankee Echo, turn left, heading 070, descend 4000
Yeah, sorry, no, I told a lie, that is Nice.
Cannes
Cannes Airport's inland a bit, it's kind of over there somewhere. That is Nice. Done a few flights in that in Nice, very nice airports. Very nice approach, especially over the Monaco side as well.
Turn left, heading 070, descend 4000 feet, QNH 1025, cleared, ILS approach, runway 04 left.
Alright, left 070 down to 4000, QNH 1025, the ILS 04 left, runway enter.
No Salmo, we're not using Google Maps mod once again. We're using standard Bing Maps, not a fan of Google Maps mod. The colour correction's not there. Don't know why everyone's so obsessed with the old Google Maps mod. I don't think it's that good. New voice sound familiar in the same airspace. Which voice, sorry, are you listening to, Nino? What servers? I'm on IVAO. James, I'm on IVAO. There's no A321 Shark that's helped me. Voice app is IVAO. PACX. This is PACX. Passenger mod.
Calvi se trouve dans vos 2 heures pour 20 nautiques. Descendez.
How can you move the camera wing? Done a tutorial on that style, just search the Drawyah camera tutorial onto YouTube and I've done a tutorial on how it works. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our brake calculation.
Radar, very good evening, Alpine 156, flight level 310.
Alpine 156-9er.
So the active runway at Barcelona is going to be runway 25 right. So intercepts the glide slope at an altitude of 2,300 feet. So start descent at 103 miles today. 103 miles. Best way to figure out top percent on the aircraft Owen, use the calculator. Sync your altitude, input the altitude that you need to descend to, and it calculates your miles from there. Yeah, so because of the terrain outside Barcelona, which is quite hilly and mountainous, we do get a bit of turbulence out in this direction. Nothing severe, nothing too bad once you clear the Alps, but you do get a little bit of a bump that you need to be certainly weary of. So you see the old wing flex taking a beating today. But again, it is peaceful, it is calm and peaceful up here. I will fly with Air again, help me. At some point I'll do a few more flights out of Belgrade, I will do some more with Air flights, don't you worry. Right, so down below that's Drawyah. That's Cannes down there. That scans. And the airport should be about there. There you go, just crossing the runway there. That's one, that's two. Not sure, Shaheen. If you've got an issue with FlyByWire, contact FlyByWire. Unfortunately, I'm not a contact help support centre. You need to contact developers.
Monteur, Totam 4, reprenez votre navigation par la gauche et montez niveau 195.
On reprend notre navigation par la gauche, on monte niveau 195, Totam 4.
Alright, so we're getting close to that top percent now. Got another 247 miles to go. In terms of inbound traffic at Barcelona, let's have a quick look at the queues. Well, on it, thank you very much. In terms of queues, there are 10 flights inbound. We slot in kind of towards the latter half of that. So there's an inbound aircraft in from here. I'm not quite sure where this is, I'm afraid. There's about a 20-minute gap for ATC just have a break, and then you've got the Milan inbound coming in. That'll be in space 10 minutes. And inbound from Paris Orly. So quite a bit of ATC coverage at the moment. A few aircraft just popping in and out of more food. Well, this is my breakfast today, I'm afraid. Alright, well, thank you, cabin crew, for the breakfast. Either FlightSim.2 or FlightSim.com for your mods help me. I use FlightSim.2 or FlightSim.com for my FlightSim mods for freewares. Paywares for either the Sim Market store or the FlightSim.com store, or it's like Orbex, then from Orbex launcher instead.
Tower 118.7, no problem, thank you, have a good day. Oscar Hotel, Roma,
Flying to Barcelona today, Paolo. Flying to Barcelona. I mean, the problem with using something bread-based is that it does turn into an ASMR stream. You just listen to me crunching away on my muffin here. So, let's try some Maswell, shall we? Aeroplane background noise? Gosh, really is In controls on the airplane, Fisk, if you're on IVAO, you just turn off your AI. That's always the same VATSIM or Pilot Edge, wherever. If you're on an online network, turn off your AI, cause conflict.
Jet 788 back in cockpit and switching Unicom 1.8, bye bye.
He about to wrap himself up, Drawyah's AP. No, I think we space out a bit now, dude. So now 7.5. Yeah, you're no longer kind of visible to me. I'll let the cats come. You can hear the cat, right? Just sits there behind me meowing. Hadri, you want something? You want to reach my cruising altitude flight level 25300 plane starts jumping up and down. Check your speed, Victor. Potentially your aircraft's flying too slow there. Or there's just turbulence potentially. So double check your speed, double check the weather. Improve the airport ground textures. I actually have got a mod for that. I use... Where is it? I use this for ground textures. It's the Zinatech Enhanced Airport Graphics Microsoft Flight Sim mod. Costs a couple of quid, but updates ground textures for every airport in the world, which I think is pretty good. It says you can try out the super soft manual landing at Barcelona El Pratt. The weather visibility is superb. We could do, certainly could do. Try out our wits, see who can land smoothest. Thank you so much for running good for me. No worries, Dream Virtual Flights. Glad you've enjoying the flights, glad you're on the watch. Do I prefer Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane? It's difficult to say, Hunter. Microsoft Flight Sim looks gorgeous, but X-Plane just feels a lot better.
Easy 2761.
Easy 2761, go ahead.
Easy 2761. Expect Bista 1 Whiskey arrival. Runway 25. Seconds.
25 right.
Runway 25 right. LS Zulu.
Expects the Bispa 1 Whiskey arrival for runway 25 right. Zulu ILS for easy 2761. I've done that, thank you very much.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo.
Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo, go ahead.
14 Hotel Bravo, expect Bispa 1 Whiskey arrival, ILS Zulu runway 25 right.
Expect Bispa 1 Whiskey arrival and ILS Zulu runway 25 right, Alpine 14 Hotel Bravo.
Alpine 1569 now.
Alpine 1569, go ahead.
1569 now, expect Bispa 1 Whiskey arrival, ILS Zulu runway 25 right.
Alpine 1569, expect Bispa 1 Whiskey arrival.
So me manual landing today, pilot. Gaming, for me manual landing. Move around camera views. You can just use the. You can preset custom view cameras in Microsoft Flight Sim. Done a tutorial on it. For the window views, you need to edit a few config files, but it's a case of you can just move cameras around, set custom viewpoints, and then return to them. Same as X-Plane.
Decentralized 200, Iberia 3490. And Iberia 3490, Unicom 12 bye-bye.
Unicom, thank you, bye-bye.
Marseille, Cotam 4, vertical long.
Sure. Cotam 4, transité Merlu. Attendez.
You want to run 72 max? I'm not sure about the reset for 72 max freeware, Victor, yet.
Je vais voir si l'approche
No reset yet for it.
niveau
295 anomalie, c'est 140. Je vous rappelle.
Alex Mouse, it's been a while, man. Welcome back. How are you today? We're back. Internet just took a second. Yeah, Internet just took a tumble for a second, but I think we're back. Yeah, I think we've not lost anything at all. Cool, we're golden. Afraid not, Petrofeet. You can access the config files, select the config files. You're on Xbox, can't be done, I'm afraid. I'm alright, Alex. So far, so good. Off to work again this afternoon. Should be a good day, actually. Hopefully, a good plan. I actually get a chance to spend a couple hours in the old station control room. Watch trains coming in and out for the stations in our local area. Should be quite fun, that. Yes, Victor. So if you're on IVAO Sim, you do need to communicate with ATC. You can do use by typing to the voice. You don't have to talk. You can just use typing. But you do need to contact ATC. Otherwise, you're gonna have an issue where you're going. And conflicts with the traffic.
Alpine 14 Hotel Gravel, is possible to leave the cockpit for a second? Report on back, 14 Hotel Gravel, thanks.
No, the Braddock 3D73 Max is not good, Hunter. I do not recommend it. A lot of people do not recommend it either. It's not a very good aeroplane. Low quality, unrealistic systems, doesn't look very good either. What coverage of Victor? Everyone knows you have this flat. There again, the higher you fly, the more you see of it. It's definitely quite a sight to behold. I actually don't find for the peacefulness of it. You're on an aeroplane for 2 hours, you've got no internet connection, you're away from the outside world. Just the whole world outside is unknown. Keep to yourself, and yeah, that's what I enjoy about flying. Just the whole relaxation and just away from it all a bit. Don't pass any shields for the A3900 Shaleen. It's the exact same process as the A320neo. Same process, same buttons, same configuration.
Cotam 4 vertical Merlu en direction de Mars.
Right, I'm going to quickly go. I've finished. Right, I'm going to wash my hands 2 seconds, and then we'll get back into landing. Back in 2 seconds.
Derrière un plan, veuillez répéter. Cotam 4, on a passé Merlu en direction de Mars.
Cotam 4, rappelez passant Saint-Tropez seulement.
Cotam 4, on rappelle passant Saint-Tropez.
Cool, we're back. hopefully it's an ATC. No EasyJet pilot today. No, not today, Lola. Probably knowing him actually flying a real EasyJet A320 somewhere. No, Barcelona got offline. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, we've got tower, we've got ground. You never know. They've got a 20-minute gap for arrivals. They may return. I think that's that's the story of my stream today. Just missed Milan Tower. Just gonna miss it on the Barcelona approach. Oh, sorry. Camera. Hello again. No, PMDG will not be free. You're gonna. Last time they mentioned the price was $139.99, $139.99. That was the last price they mentioned. They could change it, but that's what they last said. Not gonna be cheap, but it will be a high quality airplane that I'm sure we'll all enjoy. Right. So 103. 142 to go now. Weather request and update our weather on arrival.
2761, descent level 250.
Send level 250 for easy 2761. Set altitude flight level 250.
Flight level
901, Lima Charlie, I copy you 5x5.
Received.
Okay, thank you.
Print.
Right now.
And print. Right, let's have a look, shall we? So QNH is 1030. Temperature 9 degrees centigrade. Winds 3208. Transition altitude, we'll grab that from the charts.
2761, I'm going to close. Monitor Unicom, situation my today.
No worries, off to Unicom, 122 minutes for easy 2761. Have a good rest, bye bye.
I find 14 Hotel Bravo, when ready, descent level 250.
Hang on, there you go, transition 6000.
Currently descent level 250 and also Unicom. Thanks a lot.
Our minimums, our barometer is going to be.
I find 1569 now, monitor Unicom 228 today.
Unicom 228, Alpine 156, have a nice day, bye bye.
Right now, 901 Lima,
235, 235.
105 today.
Cool, it's good to go.
105, bye-bye. Ryanair 901 Lima Charlie.
Totem 4, je ferme la fréquence. Unicom 122,8, au revoir.
Unicom 122,8, au revoir, merci.
So we're off on Unicom now. Next time we get ATC, likely Barcelona Tower. Oh gosh, I mean, fair play to this guy. He's going to disconnect. He's been online for 5 hours and 3 minutes. No wonder you're disconnecting, dude. That's more than a shift. Gee. In fact, let me just send this to one of my ATC friends who communicate on your live out. Be like, why didn't you control for this long? Joe, quick question. Do you think about flying too far or too long? Yes, so it was a big issue in the past Spot King Clash King where Microsoft Flight Sim needed to have a memory leak. So the longer you flew, the higher chance you have a memory crash and basically some sort of lag. It has been massively improved, it doesn't do it as often now, but every blue moon it will have that memory leak issue. It's been an issue since Sim released. It's not as bad as it used to be, but every so often it does still appear. Airplane sounds, Victor, it's all FlyByWire. Any sounds you hear, FlyByWire, 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 FlyByWire. Same answer for every single one of your questions, FlyByWire. Alright, so now at level 250, we'll continue descent at 71 miles. We have 113 to go. Have any new aircraft additions to the game? At the moment, Aduma, the last aircraft that was added was the... level up was X-Plane. There's a Twin Otter releasing on the 19th, so in 3 days we've got the Twin Otter arriving. That's coming from Aerosoft. Don't remember what the last one was. Next one is the Aerosoft Twin Otter. How our pilot's doing today, so I'll get in the cockpit. Should be enjoying yourselves. Oh yeah, no, not the other yet, Superfly. Still have a little while to go until we hit our top of descents. Don't you worry, dude. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Fortunately, there is a bit of a gap between arrivals from us and the previous set of aircraft inbound, so providing you still stay at a relatively low speed, we should have plenty of spacing between our arrivals at Barcelona, because it's pretty much a straight-in approach. Yeah, Lima 045, Zama, intercepts the glide slope, and straight in 25 rights. Do I prefer Airbus or Boeing? I mean, I quite like my Boeings because they're more hands-on. Airbus, fair enough, you press a few buttons, it's simplicity, aircraft flies. Boeing's a little more hands-on, more for you to do, more for you to play around with, more for you to break. I like my Boeings. I do like my Boeings. Probably more so than my Airbus. I fly Airbus a lot because it's the only real short aircraft in flight sim. As soon as we do get PMDG release, expect you to find that pretty much 24/7 for the next 6 months. Right, let's have a look at the radios. 109.5. Sorry, that is the ILS frequency. I want the VOR 116.7. That makes more sense. Yep, Novak Djokovic has been deported from Australia. I'm going to keep my opinions on anti-vaxxing very reserved by not talking about it. The Aerosoft, I believe the Aerosoft is still working on A330, Alex. Given it's a jetliner, it has a lot more to do in terms of actually coding and working system-wise. The Twin Otter, being a small prop aircraft, a lot easier to do, but the Aerosoft 330, I believe, is still being developed on, yes. I'm not going to ban it just yet. Favourite livery, it's going to be Nok Air, now I'm out in Indonesia. Nok Air. Ah, here we go. Fabio, Iceland chat, you got a question. Barry, having problems with FlightControlReplay. It won't record if you set up in the CR file. Are you still in chats? I hope he's still here. If not, there he is. There we go. Yeah. If you have a chance, Barry, speak to Fabio, Flight on Fly, in the chat. He's the developer of FlightControlReplay. Any problems you have, he will be the one to talk to. He is your answers guy. Feel free to tech support and bug it out in the chat as much as you want, guys. Right. What's the altitude? 2,000. Set altitude 2,300. Close enough. There we go, 2,300. Let's continue our descents. How's your cabin in the aircraft? You just do it, well, it's not really a cabin, it's a galley area, and you leave galley in the air, it's going to be nothing. But if you go to my tutorial on how to edit the camera viewpoints of Flight Sim, I go into detail about how that all works. Few key commands you need, edit a config file, few key commands, and you can just move around the cabin or around the aircraft however you want. I'm from the UK, Bug Duck. I'm from the UK. I'm Jonathan, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, how are you today? Activate the seatbelt sign now. So passengers back to their seats, prepare them for the old landing. FlightControlReplay up and running, so have ourselves ready to record. Bottle of water, there you go. Won't use this in stream because one, copyright. If it ever goes copyright, I lose the video. And two, I think it's tacky. I just prefer listening to the aircraft. If you want music, listen to your own music. I think people who put music on the back of their streams, a bit tacky. It means that they're not interested or have anything interesting to say. And yeah, some of the music, especially the no copyright music, ain't the catchiest out there. Great back so soon, watching the wife again in the snow. S Club 7 or Girls Aloud? S Club 7 or Girls Aloud? I must admit. Because, yeah. Cause S Girls, isn't that like pseudo Spice Girls? S Club 7, they forms kind of after the Spice Girls fell apart. I must admit, I'm not really sure what songs they released. It's a difficult one, I must say. It is a difficult one. I'd have to go through their songs, kind of remind myself of what they sung. Mike Transport Enthusiast Keen. Happy New Year to you too, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. How to take down the Airbus? 5 minutes. Nah, actually, to be fair, this one's in 5 minutes. So I've been doing flights since for years now, dudes. And on X-Plane, I flew the TOLIS 321 and 19 a lot, so I got used to the TOLIS aircraft, and then kind of used that, transfer the skills across to Microsoft Flight Sim, and then fly different on here. For me, even now, I'm still learning. There's a lot I still don't know. There's a lot I'm still kind of doing and going for. It's forever a learning process. So, I am still very much learning to this day. Exam mode needs to be at 13,000, 10,000 by... sorry, 10,000 by exam mode. We just need to pass... okay. A little bit on the high side. What I may do is increase our turn rate slightly. Doesn't matter if we go a little bit too fast at this stage, because we're above 10,000 feet anyway. Should be alright. Oh, there are some airlines that do choose copyright music as well, Barry. But that I can deal with by just lowering the volumes, but you can basically not hear it. I mean, Jet 2 with their song. What's that? What's the song? Hold My Hand by Jess Glynn. That's the one. Yeah. I'm not going to sing it because of copyright. Yeah. So yeah, that's a catchy song. That's strewn with copyright if I played it out loud. Oh no, you're higher than me, 20 overall. We're not too bad off. All I've got to do is increase the percent rate slightly. We're what, 4,000 feet above where we should be? Child's plate. We'll get over it, dude. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Can't stand Jess Glynn's Darling Hold My Hands because Jet 2 will always play it. Yeah, that's the one, Jonathan. That is the one. There you go, Fabio. The question's coming in now. Question about FlightControlReplay. How do you change? Is there a way to stand by a recording? Actually, I can show you on screen. So, what you can do is press this button here, which is enable disable instant replay. I won't do it because I much prefer the standard kind of recording and go back later on, but essentially you click on that, it starts a rolling replay loop, recording loop, where essentially using the yellow bar you can drag it as far back as you want, to wherever you want, position wise, press play, and the aircraft will then start to fly from there. So you can press the instant replay option, and then that allows you to have a standby recording in the background. Alternatively, into options you can tell the tool to start recording. There you go. Start automatic recording if you fly, say, below. So start recording if you fly below 10,000 feet. And that will start recording when you hit certain altitudes. So in the background, it is possible to run automatic, constant standby replays through FlightControlReplay. I'm sure Fabio, you can also kind of expand on that a little more as well. I talk about kind of how it works, how it all kind of goes together, and that kind of stuff. There you go. So, also can't pause the replay just yet, but from FlightControlReplay version 5.2, you'll be able to also pause your recordings and then play from there. Very nice. It's really good, the altitude option. I like it a lot. I used to use it quite a bit, the altitude option. In fact, I probably should rename it at some point soon. But essentially, yeah, as it passes through certain altitudes, if you ever forget to record your replay, then it will do it automatically for you and start recording and you hit certain altitudes. It's just a grand little tool. I do really like FCR. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
We have begun our final descent to Barcelona. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect extras one final time. This station will return and ensure the full upright seat. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat cushion. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Not so keen on this approach, I must admit. Definitely on the high side. I'm going to hit the spoilers just to slow the airplane down. So just made this final turn. Now on short final from my 2.5 right. Just readjusting the approach there. So come to 2.5 right at Barcelona very shortly, starting down the glide slope. Which is active, autopilot 2 sets. Alright, let's do it, shall we? So, gear down, 3 greens, cabin sign active, cabin check. Spoilers armed. Flap set for landing. Pre-land checks are complete. Don't have a voice intercom yet on IVAO, Gushan, but they are working on it, and I'm hoping that as soon as it releases, it will be kind of the day one look for us. So I remember I was on back when I used VATSIM, I used to test. I was on the testing thing for the beta on VATSIM voice intercom. Fingers crossed, we've got a similar setup for the music on IVAO. There we go. Welcome to Barcelona. At least on the short final Barcelona. Just record the replay for landing. Sail approach. Autopilot off. Set altitude 4,000. I'll look at myself. Please approach altitude set. Nice and steady. 7 knot crosswind coming from right to left, so I need to make some small adjustments for it, but should be quite simple. Let's
minimum
continue.
100 50 40 30 20 retard
Middle throttle.
10 5
Both thrust sets. $100 knots. 80 knots. 60 reverses cuts. Head to the right hand side. Next available turn off points. What's that? A 112. I'll accept that quite nicely. 112.
2:56 p.m. and it's currently about
Spoilers
11
down.
degrees Celsius.
Flaps
You
up.
can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a
Flaps
complete
up.
stop and seatbelt signs are turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your trip.
Right. And lights off, taxi lights set, APU starts. We taxi over to the Shenzhen European stands, which is a terminal just in front of us there. Quite so blurry. Pretty good scenery still loading in there, Harvax. I've only just loaded it in. For reasons that those who watch the stream later on, post editing, will never know. Well, they'll see a massive jump from 6,700 feet down to about 2,000 for short final, but we'll never explain the reason why. Now, hopefully the YouTube editor rendering thing won't take too long for us tonight. Whoops. Too far to turn that. Probably pick this stand right here. The ground staff is waiting for us. Perfect. Unlikely PMD to do for explain anymore, Diego. They've stopped doing explain developments with one of their announcements they did when Microsoft Flight Sim first kind of released was that they'd stop developing for explain. So unfortunately, it's unlikely we'll see PMD release for explain again. I'll never say never, but it's just very, very unlikely. To the left, it's fine. Sets. AV bleed active, seatbelts off, and engines. Come on, seatbelts off, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barcelona. The local time right now is approximately 2 o'clock, with temperature at a nice and warm 12 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying EasyJet, we hope you enjoyed your trip with us today, and we hope to see you with us again in the very near future. Cabin crew, this time doors and cross-check, thank you for flying with us. Right, so that'll be a message for the cabin. Turn off the strobes and beacons. Check bridge nav connects to the aeroplane. Very nice. Looking very busy at the moment here at Barcelona. Very nice indeed. So while that does that, let's see how Volanta managed it. How Volanta managed it. So yeah, you can definitely see it's a bit of a jump from where we last left off to the actual establishing and arriving. Could be worse, honestly, could be worse. At least it looks like we had a normal approach in and not anything crazy for the most part. So those who watch the stream later on, like I say, apart from me talking about it now, they will never know that something went oh so horribly wrong this flight. A few screenshots to drop onto Volanta as well, so I'll quickly edit those and then upload. So that's one. I've got one more as well. When it takes place, we'll get an update from the cabin as to how the boarding is going. We have 4 minutes to go. About halfway to boarding. Very nice cabin crew, thank you very much. Yeah, 122. Very nice, I'll look at that landing. Right, let's upload our final 2 screenshots. And while we do that, we are going to stop recording the replay. We've already just sent through my IVAO, so that's not a problem. And let us have a look at the replay. So we need to close the jetway now because of the what should you call it? The doors. The doors will be open in the replay. end the flights and finish. There you go, Volanta's now finished. Load a replay, have a landing from the different passenger perspectives. So, starting off with the alarms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start off with the we'll do city side first. Do water side second. So short final limb. View of the harbours and ports on our right hand side. Yeah, this is really good time. Thank you, Alexandru. I'm glad you think I'm a good pilot. I'm really not, but thank you. Darts from time to time. Depends. Depends really. I'm not very good at it, but I suppose you play it more than I watch it. There you go. Yeah, so this is your bit, Fabio. This is your replay right here again. I think it's fantastic. I mean, compared to some of the first releases, you gave me the original betas for Microsoft Flight Sim. Then compared to now, I mean, this is so much smoother, so much nicer. No more kind of juttering and lagging. Or back when the airplane used to do 360s on the runway when it used to turn around. Yeah, it's so much better. Flight Replay is getting better and better for every update, and it is a charm to use. And for scenery like this, you can just look at it from a passenger point of view. You can look back, watch the flight come in. It is gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. Barcelona's a place I'd love to live. Same here. It's a place I'd love to stick around for a bit. Maybe work abroad for a couple of years. Not quite easy now, I'm afraid, because of the whole situation about the UK and the European Union, but you never know. One day I might come back. So 101 knots approach speed, nice and slow thanks to the relatively strong-ish winds from right to left. Sense slide wasn't great, but touchdown, smooth as anything. Yeah, cannot fault that landing, cannot fault it. Look at it from the left hand side, so it's going to be looking down at the breakwaters and harbours down below. I will do a gear view as well, Cam. Definitely do a gear view. You're not the only one today who's crashed on the live stream. Who else crashed on live stream, Fisk? Who else crashed? See, since ain't that isolated incident, I'm not the only one suffering. Who else was there? I'll say hello on their stream. Was it Swiss? Ah, okay, interesting. Swiss himself had a crash. Oof. It's YouTuber royalty right there. Flight simming. You live right now? Yeah, there he is. They fired the F-35.
You want to sell online?
There you go, short final in, nice and steady. Nice and smooth. Very good. Alright, let's have a look from the landing gear. A little closer up, I think. There we go. So short vinyl from underneath the aeroplane. Some minor adjustments to keep the aircraft flying in steady, but very little issue when it comes to very short final. The aircraft performs more than excellently today. Here we go, nice and steady. Idle and flare, and whoosh. There we go, nice and steady, very smooth landing there. Let's do it from the tail point of view, I think, because we've got a bit of a crab going on there for the short final, thanks to the winds. So yeah, we are definitely biasing a little bit off the angle there, but nothing too major. Very good. Last view will do. Tower view not too great, only because we're so far away from the aeroplane, it really wouldn't show much. The tower at Barcelona is all the way over there. We won't see much, I'm afraid. It'll be just too far away from the action for it to become really visible for anything. Right, short final, stick ourselves on the end of the runway. So this is high smoke there, they're smoking away. There's Marco, glad you watched, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in today. So short final, aircraft descends. Nope, I've got no intention to use Google Maps add-on. Everyone keeps telling me to. The answer is no. The answer will always be no. Got no intentions, no colour correction, doesn't look very good. Yeah, not bad that. Not bad at all. Very happy. Ooh, yeah, passengers. Yes, good spot there, Ryan. Sorry. Still got PACX running. UT761, A320neo from Milan to Barcelona, 107, plan departure 19, plan arrival departure 21, plan arrival 34, arrival 55, because of the crashes. 167, 94 satisfaction, 121 landing rate, and box time 1 hour and 20 minutes. Good spot there. Let me just drop the flight report in chat for those who want to see more detail. Yeah, and that is the end of our stream today. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do please like, do subscribe if not already. Thank you very much for taking part. Thank you, Fabio, for dropping by as well. Thank you for answering the questions about FCR as well. Always appreciated. And yeah, hopefully next time it'll be a little bit smoother. So in the week, plan is for me to release the Twin Otter tutorial, ready for release, because the release is on the 19th, so not very far away now, Twin Otter, it's just around the corner. I think maybe we'll stream an X-Plane next time. We'll do an X-Plane stream just to kind of balance out the sims a little bit, also because solid for crashes, which means we'll go to the platform, just balance it all out. We'll see how it all goes. But yes, FlightControlReplay, cameraman. So the camera manager update is since December. As a new camera, record path, replay airplane, or any path. Very nice. I say it gets better for every update, dude. Really, really enjoy using it. So that we'll continue to use, hopefully for the hopefully forever for this plan. So thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon for some more flights in action. Have a good rest of your weekend, or if you live kind of like India, Australia, Japan, kind of Far East, well, good nights and off to work on Monday. Take care, bye bye. Ah, sideswiped by a blimmin' truck. All went wrong today. All went wrong.